Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Dawn channel. We're here on the east side of town at Hollywood and Stewart, where there was a major accident yesterday. Still a lot of debris in the roadway here from that accident. I know a lot of the folks over here have been clamoring, at least from what I've seen online, for a red light here, a stoplight here at Hollywood and Stewart, but it hasn't occurred yet. Really kind of surprising considering the volume of accidents, collisions that they have at that intersection, and how stoplight happy the county and city here in Las Vegas are. Lots of revenue to be made. Now heading westbound on Stewart. For our friends following along at home, we're coming up to the intersection with Fog, F-O-G-G. Got the helicopter, tourist helicopters up in the air there. Did some research online, saw the ones that went out to the Grand Canyon. If you want to land out at the Grand Canyon, they're like $700 a person, pretty much. And then you got to tip them. So that tends to be a pretty expensive day. Unless, of course, you go to the casino and win big, but there aren't a whole lot of stories of that happening. And when they do happen, you'll read about them in the paper because they want the paper to broadcast all of this good news and good fortune to all of the other would-be gamblers. So come on down to that location. Maybe you'll strike it rich too. The jackpots we've seen in the paper run into the low, like 1 to 5 million. Certainly life-changing money. And then you have to pay taxes on it. Uncle Sam's got to get his share so we can send money overseas to other countries. Old Corvette there on the other side. It's like an 80s era Corvette. Temperature right now, we just did our Las Vegas Strip View Live look-in for today about an hour ago, and at that time it was 120 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 49 degrees Celsius. No clouds in the sky, so no chance of rain, no chance of anything cooling it down. But it's a dry heat. Again, I'll still take it. Personally, I'll take it over the humidity in Florida any day. Would not want to deal with that humidity on a daily basis. Have your clothes sticking to you before you, from your walk in the parking lot up to your work building or whatever. Be all sweaty by the time you get in that front door. Chuck E. Cheese is there on the left. Smith's grocery store here on the right. People breaking the law all over the place with traffic. Someone crossing over 2 lanes, someone crossing over 3 lanes. It doesn't matter. No one's going to stop them anyway. We were covering that topic. We did a live stream on Thursday night for the 4th of July, and we covered that topic somewhat with the traffic. And then again yesterday, 7-Eleven man. Shout out to 7-Eleven man. Talking about he was down at Tropicana, and I believe it was Las Vegas Boulevard, and someone cut over from the far right lane all the way over and made a left in front of everyone when the left turn arrow went green. And he's like, don't the cops enforce anything? You would think they would, but I'm beginning to think that the cops here are a little more than a security force for the corporate casinos. The rest of the town, you're just pretty much on your own. Passing over the intersection with Marion, we did just pass through the intersection with Nellis Boulevard here on the east side of town. And I've seen so many times online people saying all throughout town here, they called the police because of, a porch pirate or someone broke into their car, something like that, and they say the cops don't even bother coming out. They say they'll send a unit out, doesn't even show up ever. Probably like a code 1 low-level crime or something. This is the intersection with Lamb Boulevard. I cannot remember the last time being on Stewart. Went all the way through the green light, having a green light at both Nellis and Lamb at the same time. That's astounding. See these apartment buildings here on the right, lining Stewart Avenue. Some of them have clothes hanging out to dry. These houses over here on the left. One of them's all boarded up there. Yeah, police enforcement, law enforcement, I guess I should say, code enforcement. Just makes you wonder where they are. And again, a lot of cops, a lot of vehicles here driving around without license plates. And it's like, why are these people allowed to drive around without license plates? Especially considering how crazy it is. And look at this house. They got AC, looks like PVC pipes being pumped into the house from a central air unit out on the ground. I'm sure it's up to code though, no worries. Come up to the overpass here at US 95. And everyone thinks that when you live in Vegas that, oh, that's nice, just cut right in front of me there. Everyone thinks when you live in Vegas we all live on the Strip. And that's just not the case. Hardly anyone lives on the Strip. You have a few residential condo buildings down there. You got the what's it called? The Panorama Towers, I know, down there. You got Veer Towers as well. Then you got Allure and a few others that are eluding me right now. If you know, drop a comment down so other people can learn too. But then you're living in a box in the sky, which might not be all that bad, but your HOA is going to be like $1,500 and up a month. I once flirted with the idea of Panorama Towers myself, but once I saw that HOA payment, I said, forget it. It's like $1 per square foot that they charge you. So if you have a 1,000 square foot condo there at Panorama Towers, you're paying like $1,012 or something like that. It's crazy. Turning right and going north now on Mojave Road here. Golf course here on the left. Driving range. I think this is Desert Pines Golf Club, I think. Might see a sign for it. If not, drop a comment and let me know if I'm incorrect. This is the light at Bonanza. And Pecos. I'm sorry, we're not on Mojave at all. We're on Pecos. Wait for that GMC. He's driving all crazy. Thought he was going to come right at me. Now going westbound on Bonanza. It is Desert Pines Golf Center, yes. And the parking lot's pretty empty. Might have something to do with the fact that it's 120 degrees outside. And you have the Juvenile Justice Services building over here on the right side on Bonanza. City of Las Vegas East Service Center, right next door to it. This is Mojave. This light here. And we're going to make this left here onto 30th Street, North 30th Street. Wait our turn. Zumba Mex Food. If that was actually the real name, that might be pretty cool. You got a bunch of ads over here. The street signs are all tagged in here. It's like a little Los Angeles here. Now southbound here on 28th. Sunrise Senior Village right here on the right. All gated. Dumpsters all tagged up there. east, so the winds virtually non-existent. Look at this, just trash everywhere. And then you have some newer homes here, across the street from something that's boarded up. And looks like I need to get into my lane. Stay in your lane, Don. And this is Wardell Street we're crossing past here. And this is Julian Street. We're gonna make a right onto Julian Street. This whole empty lot over here used to have a lot of unhoused, unsheltered, homeless folks over there. See the neighborhood here on Julian. It looks like this was one time a bigger, wider street, but for whatever reason they sliced it down. Julian and Walnut. There is no stop sign or anything here. Make a left onto Walnut. Every time I see Walnut, I'm reminded of Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos. Some apartment buildings here on 28th. So that was 30th Street. I gotta get awake. I'm calling these streets all wrong. So it was 30th Street that we turned off of initially. There where the senior center was. And then there's a biblioteca right there, library. East Side Library, they call it. It's new. Tagged up that truck there. And we will wait our turn here in front of what is called Bonanza Gardens. Here on Bonanza. And 28th Street. And actually that light is taking forever, so we're gonna go ahead and head back down Wardell here. Head back towards the Interstate 11 / Interstate 15 / US 93 / US 95 that is there in the distance, up directly ahead of us. Walnut. Whoa. I wanted to show you this. Let's see what we got here. Is this one way? I can't tell. Let's go down here. I didn't see a street sign for this one. Old Ford Festiva there. Just have to make sure you watch out for glass, broken glass everywhere down in these areas. As well as anyone that might be looking to exploit your presence. Head on a swivel. Always keep your situational awareness about you at all times. Very low ceilings, low roofs on these buildings here. No trespassing, it says there. Someone standing there on the other side of that tree with a hoodie on in this heat. That's pretty wild. Go north. Actually, we're gonna go straight here. We're gonna go straight through 28th Street. Huge empty lot here right next to the interstate. With a bunch of tagging all over the walls down there. This is Maydell Place here on the right. And you can see downtown right there, right in front of us. Fremont Street experience is down there, everything. These residences here. light at Eastern Avenue. While we do, point out there's a Winchell's right there, Donut House, as well as Juarez El Paso, Floteria. Wanted to take Vegas Don shirts and gear that we have up on our shop section of YouTube. It has the Vegas Don logo on top of the Las Vegas Strip skyline. So feel free to check those out. Maybe find something in there you like. Just a reminder, please do like, follow, and subscribe to us on YouTube and TikTok. Helps recommend us to other viewers. And thank you also very, very much for joining. We would not be here without you. And always remember, here on the Vegas Don channel, it's the journey. We'll see you next time.